Edmond Dantes was a young sailor. He was only 19 years old. He had a bright smile, a warm heart, and big dreams. He wanted a calm life, a small home, and a future full of peace. He worked on a big ship called the Pharaon. Everyone on the ship liked him because he worked hard and never complained. His life felt simple and happy. Edmund had a father whom he loved very much. His father lived in a small room and waited for Edmund every time he came back from the sea. Edmund also loved a girl named Mercedes. She was gentle, beautiful, and kind. Edmund wanted to marry her soon. When he spoke about his future, his eyes shined like stars. But not everyone was happy for him. Some men were jealous of Edmund. They did not like his good name. They did not like that the captain trusted him. They did not like that Mercedes loved him. These men had dark hearts. They wanted Edmund to fall. They wanted his life to break. One of these men was Danglars. He worked on the same ship. He wanted to become the next captain. But the owner of the ship liked Edmund more. Danglars felt angry and cold inside. Another man was Fernand. Fernand loved Mercedes, but Mercedes did not love him. She only loved Edmund. Fernand felt pain in his heart, and this pain slowly turned into hate. One night, these jealous men met together. They made a secret plan. They wanted to destroy Edmund's life. They wrote a false letter, saying Edmund was working with enemies of the country. It was a lie, but the letter looked real. They placed the letter where the police could find it. They wanted Edmund to be arrested. The next day, Edmund was preparing for his wedding. Mercedes wore a beautiful dress. The sun shined brightly. Everyone felt happy and excited. But suddenly, some men from the police arrived. They walked straight to Edmund. They said, "You are under arrest." Edmund became confused. Mercedes cried. His father fell to the ground. The police took Edmund away like a criminal. Edmund said again and again, "I did nothing wrong. I am innocent." But nobody listened. The police officer who controlled the case was named Villefort. He was an ambitious man. He wanted to protect his own future. When he saw the false letter, he understood that Edmund was innocent. But the letter also had a name written in it, a name connected to his family. If this name came out, Villefort's future would be destroyed. So to save himself, he sent Edmund to a far prison. Edmund was taken to a dark and lonely place called the Chateau d'Alz. It was a prison in the middle of the sea. The walls were cold. The doors were heavy. When Edmund entered the cell, he felt his heart break. He cried loudly. He shouted for help, but nobody answered. Day after day, night after night, Edmund sat alone in darkness. He thought about his father. He thought about Mercedes. He thought about why this happened to him. Years passed. Edmund felt like time stopped. He felt like the world forgot him. He stopped smiling. His hope became weak. Sometimes he thought he would never leave this place. But one night, something strange happened. Edmund heard a small sound from the wall. It was like a soft scratch. At first he thought it was a rat. Then the sound came again, and again. Edmund went close to the wall and whispered, "Is someone there?" A weak voice said, "Yes, I am here." Edmund could not believe it. Another prisoner was trying to escape and had dug a tunnel. The man was old, wise, and gentle. His name was Abbé Faria. After many days, the two men made a hole between their cells. They saw each other for the first time, and Edmund felt hope again. He felt like a lost child who finally saw a friend. Abbé Faria taught Edmund many things. He taught him languages, science, history, and knowledge of the world. Edmund's mind became strong. The old man also told Edmund a truth that shocked him. He explained how Danglars, Fernand, and Villefort used him to save themselves and hurt him. Edmund's heart filled with pain. Hade also felt a new fire inside him. He said softly, "One day, I will find justice." One morning, the old man became very sick. His breath was slow. His hands were cold. Edmund cried and held him. Before dying, the old man told Edmund about a treasure hidden on an island called Monte Cristo. He said the treasure belonged to a rich family long ago. Now it was Edmund's chance to use it to rebuild his life. After the old man passed away, Edmund made a brave decision. When the prison guards came to carry the old man's body, Edmund secretly changed places with him. The guards did not know. They tied the body and threw it into the sea. But Edmund was alive. He cut the ropes underwater and swam with all his power. The sea was big and wild, but Edmund did not stop. After many hours, he finally reached land. He felt sand under his hands. He looked at the sky and cried with relief. After many years, he was free. Soon after, he found a group of sailors and worked with them. Slowly, he reached the island of Monte Cristo. He searched through the rocks and the ground. After hours of hard work, he found a large chest. When he opened it, he was shocked. Gold, diamonds, jewels, and coins shined like bright stars. Edmund could not speak. It was the treasure the old man had told him about. Now Edmund was rich and powerful, but he did not use the treasure for fun or for pride. He used it for a mission, a calm, clear mission. He wanted to give a response to every person who hurt him, not with anger, not with hate, but with equal action. He wanted to bring justice. He changed his name to the Count of Monte Cristo. He wore fine clothes and traveled like a gentleman. Nobody knew he was Edmund. His enemies could not recognize him because he looked so different, strong, calm, and mysterious. First he went after Danglars. Danglars had become a rich banker, but he had a greedy heart. The Count exposed his greed slowly. He used clever plans to show the world that Danglars cheated people. After some time, Danglars lost all his money and power. He ran away in shame. Next, the Count went to Fernand. Fernand had married Mercedes. He told lies about Edmund to win her. He became a soldier and earned fame, but his heart was still dark. The Count revealed Fernand's old crimes in front of everyone. Fernand's name was destroyed. Mercedes finally learned the truth. She cried for Edmund and left Fernand forever. Fernand could not bear the shame and walked away from the world. Then the Count went to Villefort, the police officer who sent him to prison. Villefort had a big name in society. People respected him, but the Count slowly showed everyone how corrupt and cold Villefort was. His lies came out. His secrets came out. Villefort lost everything he had built. But the Count also met people who were innocent and kind. He helped them with love. He gave money to the poor Father Morel, the man who had once trusted Edmund on the ship. He protected Morel's family. He guided young people and supported them. He showed kindness wherever he saw kindness. Slowly, after all the justice was complete, the Count felt a deep peace, but he also felt tired. He understood a sweet truth. Justice is important, but life is not only about revenge. Life is also about love, kindness, and new beginnings. One evening, the Count walked near the sea. The waves were soft. The sky was red with sunset. He breathed deeply. He felt free not just from prison but from anger. A kind young woman named Haydée, who respected and admired him, stood beside him. She touched his hand gently. The Count looked at her and smiled softly. For the first time in many years, he felt warm light in his heart. He said in a gentle voice, We must hope. We must work. We must love. Only then can we live in peace. And with these words, the Count walked toward a new life, leaving behind the pain, the sadness, and the long years of darkness. His journey taught one great lesson. No matter how deep the darkness, hope can rise again. No matter how strong the lie, truth can shine again. And no matter how heavy the heart, justice can come with calm steps. The story of Edmond Dantes became a quiet message for the world, a message of patience, courage, and equal action. He did not fight with madness. He did not act with hate. He acted with wisdom. He acted with balance. And in the end, he found something greater than revenge. He found peace.